Northeast Arkansas News is brought to you by Glenn Sane.
Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to your Northeast Arkansas Late News. I'm Meredith Mitchell. Josh has the night off. Craighead County's road department is considering using more state aid to widen several of the city's busiest gravel roads. But officials are facing several hurdles. Northeast Arkansas's Simone Jamison has more in tonight's top story.
The Craighead County Road Department is heading up several road projects for pavements and improvements this year. Those include County Road 361 and 333.
We're going to do on 690, 683. We're going to try to do some improvement on it. We got one at Brooklyn up there, 763. We're going to try to do some improvement on this if weather holds out this year.
Craighead County currently has $375,000 in state aid to invest in unpaved roads, but deciding which roads to invest the funds in has become a balancing act. County Judge Ed Hill says that funding can only go so far. It can take $90,000 to $100,000 to lay a mile of asphalt, but the funding model is different for unpaved roads. And as diesel costs go up, so does the price of maintaining gravel roads.
The cost of doing business is really high, and I see diesel fuel is going up a little bit, and fuel is really tied to asphalt too, so the price of fuel really goes up, then the price of your asphalt goes up. It's a big challenge keeping up with what you got, especially if you get a lot of miles.
70% of the state's highway improvement tax is diverted to city road projects, but Hill says that arrangement will end in 2022.
You want to really be careful and not get used to having that extra money and then not have it. Money's pretty tight, and the cost of construction of highways is expensive, so it'll be interesting seeing 2022 when this goes away what happens.
Craighead County has greatly benefited, securing $750,000 a year. For Northeast Arkansas News, I'm Simone Jameson.
Now, your first weather.
Good evening, meteorologist Andrew Kozak here for Northeast Arkansas News. We had some severe weather today for sure. Before those showers and thunderstorms came through, we had temperatures nearly 90 degrees, 88. The normal is 87, so not too far off. The low 70 degrees, and normally we should be around 65. Precipitation, they were fast-moving thunderstorms, and depending on where you were in the city itself, about 0.2 of an inch, maybe slightly over. But there were some areas, especially some areas just to the north and just to the south of the city of Jonesboro, that received more than an inch of rain. So those thunderstorms continued to move out. Overnight tonight, we'll have a slight chance for a couple of rumbles of thunder. Partly sunny tomorrow morning, and then we'll see some intermittent clouds in the afternoon. By lunchtime, a temperature of 81, 85 by 5 o'clock with a slight chance of thunderstorms. Now, we will have some more thunderstorm chances over the weekend and again into next week as heat builds. I'll have a complete look at your 7-day plan in just a few short minutes.
A U.S. Supreme Court ruling can be adding some new taxes for online shopping. Northeast Arkansas's Alexis Padilla tells us what needs to be done before Arkansas can start collecting online sales tax.
Online shopping brings convenience for the everyday person. For cities like Jonesboro, though, it can take away from some of their revenue.
My sales tax is down. I cannot tell you that it's directly related to the sales tax I'm losing because of the Amazon purchase and things of that nature. But I firmly believe that a lot of it is.
Today, the U.S. Supreme Court made a ruling that could change that. They voted 5-4 to revoke a 1992 ruling that said online retailers only had to collect sales tax if they had a physical presence in a state. President Donald Trump sent out a tweet saying the ruling is a big victory for fairness and for our country. Arkansas State University economics professor says the ruling may not be fair for all online retailers.
By requiring something like this, it probably favors the larger online retailers like Amazon because they can afford to have those software innovations that help them. That it's not something that's going to help the small online retailer. It probably makes it a little tougher for them.
Before cities can collect any sales tax, Arkansas legislature must pass a bill. The Arkansas legislature will be having their next session in January. Meanwhile, Mayor Perrin is happy to think of what the extra revenue could go towards.
I would hope that we would use it for two things. One, on quality of life, and also on public safety.
Perrin says he does not expect to see any revenue until 2020. For Northeast Arkansas News, I'm Alexis Padilla.
An Arkansas waitress was stunned to receive her very own credit card from a customer this week after her purse was stolen 2 days prior. Flora Lunsford, who works at a restaurant in Pine Bluff, was ready to run the bill for Shaman West after his meal when she spotted her own name on the card he gave her. The waitress phoned the police and West was arrested. Authorities found that West was also had Lunsford's driver's license, social security card, and other credit cards. West was booked into the Jefferson County Jail on charges of forgery, theft by receiving, and 3 additional outstanding warrants. And with the July 4th holiday quickly approaching, officials in Jonesboro are preparing for the upcoming holiday by reminding citizens of their ordinances. In Jonesboro, you can't sell, shoot, or fire off any firecrackers, skyrockets, or fireworks of any description within corporate city limits. Anyone found guilty of violating the law faces a Class C misdemeanor and will be fined up to $500. Those that decide to purchase fireworks should obey all local laws, wear safety glasses, and use fireworks outdoors in a clear area away from buildings and vehicles. Fire Marshal Brian Carter has more on what to look for.
Fireworks land on top of a house, it could cause damage. If it lands in the dry grass and the grass catches on fire, which at this time of year, a lot of time it is dry out, that grass can get into a fence or into another structure, whether it's an outbuilding or a house, and it can cause real damage.
Fireworks cause hundreds of injuries every year. A full list of city ordinances and safety tips can be found on Jonesboro's website at jonesboro.org. And as we mentioned, the 4th of July holiday is approaching and AAA expects millions of people to also hit the road. About 47 million people will hit the road for the July 4th holiday for at least 50 miles. It'll be the 5th consecutive rise in travel volume since the American Automobile Association. AAA, the holiday travel time is defined as July 3rd through July 8th. The increase coming despite rising fuel prices. Gas prices averaged about $2.97 a gallon over Memorial Day weekend. As of Wednesday, though, gas prices now average around $2.87 a gallon. And it doesn't have to be National Yoga Day to find your inner zen at the library. These people spent the afternoon at the Craighead County Jonesboro Public Library for a free yoga class. These classes are offered all year round at the library, along with Zumba and mind-body fitness classes. All classes are taught by certified instructors, and people just need to show up. All supplies provided. The library offers these classes as a way to better improve the community.
There's obviously a lot of people in the community who can't afford to go to the gym, and for these regular classes, there's a lot of people that would like to try it, but they don't want to pay to join a gym, or maybe they're a little intimidated, but this is something that obviously improves the health of the community, and it gets people in the library. They see what all we do besides just books.
You can see a schedule of the fitness classes online at library.jonesboro.org. Well, IHOP is now serving burgers, but customers aren't flipping for them yet. Data from polling firm YouGov shows the restaurant's rebranding effort has not created a significant increase in its purchase consideration. That measures the likelihood of consumers eating at a particular restaurant chain. YouGov tracks the perception of more than 1,500 brands daily through its brand index. It found that IHOP's purchase consideration score has remained consistent throughout the first half of 2018, swinging mostly between 20 and 30%. And AT&T is not wasting any time putting Time Warner shows to work. The company is launching a low-cost live TV streaming service just days after closing an $81 billion deal with Time Warner. The service will be called Watch TV, a cable-like package of more than 30 TV channels delivered through the internet. It will be free for subscribers of 2 unlimited wireless plans AT&T is launching. Others can get Watch TV for $15. And Gatorade is set to unveil a sugarless drink for the first time in the company's history. The new Gatorade Zero contains no carbs or sugars. It will hit store shelves this week. The company has taken a step in the past to reduce the amount of sugar. It recently unveiled an organic, low-calorie version of its popular sport drink. Smart home technology, high-tech cameras, and security devices are taking center stage at this year's Consumer Electronics Week in New York. Kenneth Craig has a look at the latest innovations.
Look at the camera. Come on, you're used to that, right?
This selfie-snapping drone fits in the palm of your hand and also records video. A pocket-sized camera weighing less than 3 ounces.
So I can really control it. So now watch it with my phone. I'm gonna go right, I'm gonna go left, I'm gonna go back.
The Air Selfie 2 is making its debut at this year's Consumer Electronics Week, alongside the newest high-tech gadgets. And when it comes to selfies,
1, 2, 3.
81-year-old Polaroid is banking on the idea what's old is new again, with its latest instant camera, the Mint.
People are taking so many pictures on their smartphones now, but people want printed photos.
Cameras are not just capturing memories. Companies like Remo Plus are deploying the technology to keep you and your home safe. This over-the-door camera is wire-free and requires virtually no installation.
All you have to do is take it out of the box, pop in some 3D batteries, hang it over the door, and there you have it.
From your home to your kids, this simplified smartphone for young children allows parents to listen in.
You can send the phone a text message, and then 30 seconds later the phone will call you back without activating the screen, and you can hear what's going on around the children.
It also doubles as a GPS tracking device to help parents keep track of their kids. Kenneth Craig, CBS News, New York.
Well, still to come on Northeast Arkansas News, Congress is set to vote on 2 different immigration bills. This follows President Trump's decision to temporarily stop separating families at the border. What the bills on Congress look like and what the president is saying today.
Well, before the storms came in, the temperatures were in the upper 80s and low 90s. Now we'll talk about your weekend forecast. I'm meteorologist Andrew Kozak. Your forecast is on its way.